And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today, we are working on a Nissan Altima. This is a 2012 Nissan Altima Coupe. This is the two-door version of the car, the 2.5-liter motor from Nissan. What I'm having problems with is the power steering. I keep running out of power steering. There must be a leak in the power steering system. I think it comes from the power steering reservoir tank. So we're going to check and troubleshoot what is wrong with that tank and see if we can fix it today. So let's go ahead and get going. And as mentioned before, here is the Nissan Altima Coupe. So what we're having a problem with is this power steering reservoir here. There's a lot of dirt. It's very moist. It's very wet over there. This plastic container is probably bad. So I went ahead and purchased a new reservoir container, a new hose. This hose is very brittle. It actually feels like hard plastic. It is very hard, and it's either leaking from here or probably a rupture in the bottom of the tank. We're going to take a look at it now when we pull this unit off. Previously, I had changed the hose in the rear because I was getting a leak. There's a large hose that leads down to the power steering behind the engine. I had changed that. That hose was very hard and brittle. And then a couple months after, this became all black here by the bottom. So it's probably leaking from this hose or a rupture in the tank. So we're going to troubleshoot that and take a look at it now and see what we can find. We went ahead and purchased a new hose. So we'll change the hose and this reservoir tank just to have a new one, because we already have the rear hose that's new. So we'll change the whole system and see if that stops this grimy, greasy, horrible leak. So let's go ahead and start taking stuff apart. And ladies and gentlemen, before I forget, I would like to thank everyone for watching the videos. And if you're liking these videos, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. Just doing these three little things will boost the videos to the algorithm, and it helps so much with the channel. I do appreciate everyone watching and all the comments that I've been receiving, and I hope you continue enjoying these videos as I enjoy making them for you. And let's get back to the video. Thanks for watching. Just before I pull out that power steering reservoir over there, what I'm going to do is pull out this air filter, give it a quick clean so it can start cleaning as I'm doing the reservoir tank over there. So go ahead, pull this filter off. This is a K&N filter. These are reusable, recleanable. Go ahead, pull this off. Filter to the side. Spray some of this cleaner on. The other side. Now this is an air filter cleaner for these reusable filters. Go ahead and spray this down and let it sit for 10 minutes and run it through with water. It'll blow out this grease and dirt. We'll let that sit for 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and begin dismantling here. This thing is completely empty because it does not stop leaking. We're going to get two 10mm. Actually, no. This just slides up. I'm going to disconnect the hose from right here from the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. There's a clip right there. You probably can't see it. My finger's on it. So there's a clip here and a clip there. I'm going to disconnect it from here so I can pull out the whole hose, pull the unit out, disconnect the hose in the back and remove the entire unit. So let me go ahead and do that now, but I do need both hands with it to do it. So okay, so what I have done so far, I have released the bottom hose and very quickly turned it upside down so as little fluid leaks out as much as possible. I don't want to make too much of a mess inside the engine bay. So here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the inside of the bay, what I did so far. And we removed the emergency radiator overflow tank so that we have a little bit more of space to work. And well, talk about it is one thing. Let me just show you. It's a little easier. So here we went ahead and remove the overflow radiator reservoir. It's one 10 millimeter bolt right here. You'll loosen that. The entire unit will pull up and out of the way. It's still connected to the radiator. I might clean that up before I put it in. Give me a chance to clean all these pieces. So when these pieces are out, you can go ahead and start cleaning a little bit. This is the hose. It is as hard as a rock. Went ahead and turned it upside down so it doesn't leak all over the plastic. There's a small pin here in the back. You'll push this back and pull up at the same time, and the whole unit will come off of its bracket. It's right there, so you don't have to remove this bracket. So the whole plastic reservoir comes off. So now the only thing holding it is the large hose that's in the back. I have removed the clamp there already, so I'm going to pull out that hose, put a rag underneath to catch as much fluid as I can, and quickly pull the unit out and inspect it and find out where we're getting this leak from. Is it from the hoses? Either it's from the small hose in the front, the large hose in the back, or is it from the plastic container itself, or combination of all three? Who knows? It's been here for years, so when things like this leak, you got to just change them, get new pieces, and it's the easiest way to troubleshoot these things. So let's go ahead and pull that out and get it inspected and see what is wrong with it so that we don't have this disgusting overflow of grease and grime. And I'm always running out of power steering fluid. All right, and here we have the original unit out. What I did, I went ahead and tried to drain as much of the fluid out, put in a little container I have there to not make a mess. And there was still some in there, and it was hard to come out. So you see how dirty and filthy this is. I did inspect to see if this had any cracks in it. I don't really see any cracks. But just to be sure that it's not this plastic that's broken, these hoses are very, very brittle. These things feel like ABS plastic. They're super hard. So when they get this hard, they don't seal very well, even if they have the clamps on them. So maybe getting leaks from here, and maybe getting leaks from the other hose at the end on the larger side there. So it may be leaking from both sides. And just to be sure, I bought a new reservoir tank. Here's the new power steering tank and the new hose. The smaller hose that goes in the front, which is that one there. They seem about the same size, but there's a big difference in how flexible and pliable this is. So that's going to probably make a really big difference. The hoses are just about the same size. So it should be fine. Came with new hardware, new clamps, a little block off button there, but I already did that. And we'll just put a new tank in, new hose. The hose that's already in the back that leads down to the power steering has been blocked off. Put a little cap on it if you see there. And it goes underneath the motor mount and will connect into the reservoir here. While I have everything out, I'm going to clean here as much as I can because everything's out. Might as well clean as much as you can. And go ahead and start installing the new stuff, and hopefully this will fix this leak. All right. Here we are with, I have everything removed. I cleaned out all this with some Dawn. It's a good soap degreaser. It also cleans the hell out of your dishes, but it also does work on car parts. So this is all cleaned out. Since I had the tank removed, I cleaned up the tank, hit it with the Dawn, hit it with the brush, agitate, got looking a lot better. So since it's out, have it to the side there, cleaned up here as much as I can. Took off the bracket that holds on the tank, the power steering tank, cleaned all inside there. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting everything back on since everything's clean, connecting the hoses, and testing out this new tank and see if we have any leaks. Because I think between the hose and the tank, so might as well, even if the tank was fine, I just wanted to get a new one because the other one just seems so grimy. I didn't want to keep it, so I went ahead and purchased a new tank with its new hose, and it did come with new hardware clamps. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting that on, putting everything back together. And here we are. We have the new tank. Went ahead and installed the new tank. I put on the rear hose there. All I have to do is go ahead and get in there, get that clamp, pull it tight, put the clamp on the end. That'll be the rear hose completely put on. Go ahead, get the whole unit, put it on its bracket here. So you go ahead and just slide in. It'll slide in and click into place. And then we'll connect this front hose here right there to the front hose. But now everything's all clean. We got a new tank. We got a new hose. That hose was changed about 6 months ago, so that's fine. So we got 2 new hoses on this and a new reservoir tank. It doesn't seem like the old tank was bad. I'm going to hold on to it just in case. And I know that these hoses are the main problem because they're just so brittle. Look how hard it barely moves. So there's probably a lot of fluid leaking out from where it connects here, from where it connects here, from where it connects, probably not here, here and here. And it just leaks all over the place. It makes an entire mess. So now that's all clean. We're going to get that clamp on, put it on its bracket, connect the hose here, and we should be all done. Put some fluid in it. Oh, wow. Try that again. So go ahead and put some fluid in this and test it out, check for leaks, and see if we did a good job or not. All right, here we have the reservoir tank installed. It's on its bracket. The rear hose was installed and clamp connected. Went ahead, connected the small return line hose, clamped here, and clamped at the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and fill this up with some fluid and see what kind of noises we get and go from there. This is probably going to make a lot of noise because there's a lot of air in the lines. But we'll check it as we go. All right. There's the fluid in. Looks really nice because it's all clean. Okay, we'll put this top on. Start the car. See how she does. Heard some noise already. Lots of cavitation in there. I'm going to turn the wheel from left to right. See if I get any noise. Ooh, okay. I'll let this the system bleed. There's a lot of fluid coming there. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up to the top, to the max, and see if all the air bubbles work themselves out. All right, I went ahead and filled up the tank all the way to the top. See a lot of movement inside the tank. I went ahead, it's been running for about 3 minutes. And I go ahead and I'll move the steering wheel from side to side. I do hear a little bit of noise. It's probably the air bubbles in the line. And they need to work themselves out. So we'll see how it does on the ride home. I do believe I don't want to say that it's fixed, but I did change the hose and I did change the tank. Everything's clean here. I'm going to put the radiator overflow tank back in. I will check for the next week or so. If this becomes dirty, a brand new tank is easy to see if it starts leaking, but I don't think that's going to happen with new hoses in the front, the hose that was changed a couple months back in the back, and with a new tank, I don't think I should have any problems. So I'm going to call this fixed. If anything comes up in the next week and a half, I'll give a follow-up video, but that is how you change your power steering. That is how you change your power steering reservoir tank and its hose. So that way we can troubleshoot, know that it's not the hose, it's not the tank, it's not the other hose. Change all three and start on a clean slate. Just watch it, and I think we're all done here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this video. This is how we change the power steering reservoir tank on a 2012 Nissan Altima Coupe. This will also work for a Nissan Altima because they are the same engine. It's just one car has 2 doors and the other car has 4 doors. They are the same car though. So thank you for watching this video. Please consider leaving a comment, subscribing, and giving me a thumbs up. It does help the video get pushed out to the algorithm, and I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day. Thank you.